I'll make a motion.
I second it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Agenda is adopted. New business, item number 1. Ms. Jackson, authorization of funding agreement with Kentucky, total amount to exceed $55,000.
Good afternoon, council.
Good afternoon.
So as Mr. Sullivan mentioned at Projects Committee just a few minutes ago, this is related to one of those contracts you approved at Projects. This agreement allows the city to be reimbursed by Kentucky for the project that will be happening at the pool house at Queen City. The not to exceed is $55,000. Do you have any questions?
Where's the money coming from?
This is going to be budgeted in the general fund RFA 5.
We have a budget revision coming up for it.
Coming up for
Yes, sir, it's the next item.
it next week?
Or no, it's the next item on the agenda.
Oh, okay.
But did you say,
I knew that.
did I hear you say they would reimburse us for this?
Yes, sir, that's what this agreement accomplishes. And this is an estimate, but CFG feels good about it at this point in time.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item is approved. Item number 2, general fund reserve for future improvements, budget revision number 15. Ms. Sandra.
Good afternoon, council.
Good afternoon.
Just as I mentioned a few minutes ago, this is to budget the funding agreement with Kentucky. And so all we are doing is increasing a revenue line item for a cost reimbursement amount and then creating the Queen City Park line item for their project of $55,000 in both.
Okay, and do we need any additional agreement in place on the reimbursement, or is that part of the larger master agreement?
So what you just approved, this last agenda item was
That covers the
that is the
reimbursement.
reimbursement. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 3, Ms. Standards, elevate Tuscaloosa budget revision number 3.
Yes, sir. This is to purchase playground equipment for J.C. Park. We are requesting to move $83,393 out of contingency and put it into the Tuscaloosa Tennis Center project for purchase of that playground equipment.
Who can brief us on this playground?
I can.
So that-
Go
yeah,
ahead,
Mr.
Mr.
Tyner.
President.
I thought I had a picture, I thought I had brought the picture, I told Joe, but it's basically, the playground equipment is about 30 years old, or 40 years old. But this is a big piece that's a lot like the Snow Hinton Park Space Needle, except it's not as big, quite as big. And, so that's what it's for.
And is this, Kip, is
That
this
was
still
elevated.
coming out of the original money we funded for that?
Yes.
So this is new money coming out of contingency and into the project.
Well, yeah,
But yes, it's going into the project. It's going out of Elevate contingency into the tennis center project.
yeah.
Where is the train?
I was wondering too.
I mean, why $83,000? Why can't we park an old train?
I
Let
don't
them climb
know
on the
what-
train.
I don't know what they ever did with it. I know the plane is at the airport.
Train is in Ohio.
It's in Ohio. I'd heard it one time it was over by Mark's Mart in by the old depot in Northport. It's in Ohio.
Now, what are y'all talking?
You can't remember the old locomotive that used to be at the anchor of
The
J.C.
mayor's too
Park?
young, y'all.
The J.C. Park used to have, the plane that's at the airport.
Yes, sir.
That used to be in J.C. Park.
But there was a train. There was
a
a
train,
locomotive.
a
also a
locomotive. There's no fence or nothing. You could climb all over that.
Yeah.
And it had the coal truck. You say
Today they'd shoot you.
Days it was the coal locomotive, and then it backed into a coal car, and so it was hot as all get out in the summertime, 'cause- and you'd slide down that thing. But it was a locomotive and that airplane.
That was the playground equipment.
At J.C. Park.
That was the playground.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was neat.
Okay, motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye.
Yeah.
All right, item number 4,
Locomotive.
the authorization of grant consulting contract with Gray Matter Consulting. Ms. Standards?
Yes, this is a request for authorization to extend our contract with Gray Matter Consulting. That is our grants writing consulting firm out of Washington, D.C. This is Nicole Gray, who has been integral in helping us get grants from the last Infra grant, from the RAISE grant, from the Build grant. I think that the last time that we reviewed her ROI, it was around 4,500%. This last year, I will admit, has not been the most lucrative. We have had a number of applications that we put in that have not been considered in the award timeline from the federal government. The federal government has kind of kicked the can a little bit down the road as far as awards deadline days. So hopefully we'll have some information about those soon, but I think that with the upcoming Stillman Boulevard Bridge grant request that we will be filing, a number of ones that we have upcoming for the Savings Center, the $215,000 for this upcoming year will be, the ROI should be able to cover.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
Ms. Gray assures me that she sits on the edge of her chair and watches every single finance committee hearing breathlessly. So I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Keep it up, Gray Matter. Item number 5, resolution authorizing payment to USI Insurance Services LLC for renewal of the EMT home health care professional liability. Mr. Holmes.
Yes, sir. As you may or may not recall, Mr. Busby, this is one of the items that I briefed you on at the last litigation insurance committee. We did not have a number back yet. This is the insurance that helps cover the liability for Chief Delta's folks when they go in home on the EMS prevention side. If something were to happen, this gives them coverage. This is actually some good news, or at least neutral news. The premium is $8,496.96, which is exactly the same as our premium for it last year. This does not happen often.
That's good, very good.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item is approved. Item number 6, I've left as a blank space for 26 operating budget discussion. And Mayor, only thing I want to mention today, and I talked with Miss Standridge, I know that you all are doing your staff kind of movement through the various staff sections now. I told her if y'all will kind of keep me posted as you've got a bow put on each one, we'll try to go ahead and work through them right behind you reasonably fast to cut down on what's got to be done at the end of the period here. The big news today, Mayor, Ms. Standards, Mr. Garrison, a lot of money coming into the House today.
Yeah.
Want to give us a summary?
Go ahead.
Yes, so in the debt issuances that we have upcoming, we have put into the market 2 of them today. So the first one is for the Savings Center, the $65 million for that. And per Mr. Garrison's call this morning, they priced very well. And then that's coupled with the other Elevate miscellaneous projects that we have that included like Odom Park, Springbrook Park, and Bowers Park Pickleball. And those also priced really well. We are, those 2 total together, we are under budget for our debt service amount for Elevate that we've been planning. We're about $16,000 under budget for that. So we should be able to have those signed off on by this afternoon and closed and ready to go by the end of this month.
Okay. And yeah, it was, and we had a good day to come out, it sounds like.
Thank you, Carl.
I would like to say, because I know there's been a couple of a little bit of press coverage on our ratings, and I would like to thank the council and the mayor very much for general support during the rating presentations. And throughout with regards to setting policy, because that really does help with the rating agencies. They look at that very fondly, the way that we have a lot of things codified, and really helps us keep our ratings where we want them to be.
We'll take it.
You don't think it was the charm of your finance chairman at the rating meetings?
I will not discount that, but I do know that.
That's a very good answer, Mr.
They didn't weight
Andrews.
that as heavily as we thought they would.
I generally speak ill of Lee Garrison, but thank you, Lee.
But anyway, so when the third section, when are we thinking that's coming out?
I'm gonna get
Third
with Barry
tranche.
as far as the water and sewer, the Bs, we're thinking a couple of weeks
Okay.
from now, depending on what the market's doing.
Got the A's and the C's out, the taxable's done.
Done.
And Mr. Busby, speaking of the budget side, just kind of throw a concept out to you and see what you think about it. The water and sewer side will be done in terms of internally but more in advance of the general fund. This year, the general fund is the one that's a little bit more tricky, as we know. And I tend to want to wait to get as much revenue data in as possible for making the final presentation. Our internal deadline for me to be done is August 1st. That gives then accounting and finance a week to go in and audit, make certain that our numbers are correct, get it to printers, get it to you August 19th. I do believe, though, in terms of a public discussion, I think I could be ready by the first week in August to begin discussing water and sewer. It's cleaner, it's easier.
I absolutely think we should do that. The council, the consensus is there. Everybody's wanting to do it, I think. And so, yeah, let's pull that out and get it done.
It's water and sewers, in past years, it's been the more complicated one. This year, general fund is gonna be a little bit more complicated as we work towards 27, 28, 29. But I feel confident that unless something that I know of don't know of on July 15th, I think in a couple of weeks, we could be ready to begin discussing the contours of what you will see in the water and sewer budget proposal. And then, we can, then to that point, probably after a couple of weeks, begin looking at the general fund.
Okay. So I've plugged in this bottom category, running us through the rest of the summer to give us that flexibility. We can bring the water and sewer piece in as quick as we think we can dispose of it.
The other caveat to this, and this may be something where we both want to play it by ear, is I'll be making a recommendation on the 29th regarding storm drainage, Noah's Ark 2.0. That may take a lot of the oxygen out of the budget side and how much time we want to dedicate, which is fine. We can walk and chew bubble gum, but that may be something too that we'll be presenting on the 29th that we've all had discussions on.
I think that's gonna be more involved and complex, but no less supported by the council, I don't think. I mean, we're all going,
We all-
let's
There will be.
fill the holes.
I'll go ahead and do a spoiler alert. There won't be, in our recommendation, now certainly the council may have a different thought. There's not going to be any bond issuance recommended in 26 on it, but we may anticipate recommending a line of credit just so that we could begin, if the council decided to move forward with a bond issue on large-scale projects, begin engineering, begin potential property acquisition, right-of-way acquisition. Because here's and Mr. Garrison remembers this from Noah's Ark, the first Noah's Ark.
1.0.
1.0. A savings center is pretty easy to go do a bond issue on, because you have bid day. You have one bid day, you know the price, you go out, you borrow for that price. With this is more difficult because you can't let 8 or 9 projects get to bid and then go borrow money. The sequencing of that timing never works. So at some point, if we do a Noah's Ark 2.0, we're just gonna have to go to the market like we did, I think, Lee, in 2007 or 2008. I wanna say we borrowed 30 million. Because we believed that 30 million would be enough to cover X amount of projects. In fact, it was, and then some. We won't be, frankly, in a position to tell you what that final number is gonna be until a year and a half from now. No one wants to wait that long to go ahead and get it started. So that's why we're probably going to be recommending a line of credit. We get the engineering done. There may be smaller scale, when I say smaller scale projects, $1 million, not that $1 million small, but that you would want to go ahead and get started, get done while you're waiting on, again, spoiler alert, Mr. Lanier's district has an extremely large price tag on a drainage project. That's immense. That one's gonna take a much longer time than, let's say, Riggs Road in your district, or maybe Eastover in your district.
Or 11 million sitting over here at the YMCA.
Yeah. So that's kind of our thinking. We're still working through it. So that's gonna be another issue the council will have in August on top of budget as well. But I think you welcome that discussion.
Let's get our arms around what we think the total line of credit might be to get us through, whether that be a year and a half, and see, we still have the standing 25 million from 25 million line of credit that we
No, sir, we closed that years ago.
closed.
And
Well,
we
I knew it
will-
was paid off. I didn't know it was closed.
Yeah, payoff will close it.
And we will be able to reimburse ourselves from the bond issue.
Bond issue.
And we would probably do interest only, then reimburse ourselves via the bond issue. But I know the council, and I too believe this, everyone that I talk to, they want to move these projects forward. So, I think we're gonna give you a lot to work with on the 29th, and then, I think it'll be interesting to see, it's not gonna impact the 26 budget, but it will impact 27, 28, 29. So that's another caveat I wanted to throw in for the calculus of this committee and the public projects.
Yeah, let's get our arms around and see
Yes,
what
sir.
we're dealing with. Any other business to be brought before Finance Committee?
No, sir.